Hi, I'm Paris, and my house was built about 1980, which means there aren't nearly enough power outlets for all the electrical devices that we have. Now we have power strips, which never seem to be designed for more than one or two transformers without blocking a lot of the plugs, and those are often for devices like phones that if there was a simple USB port to plug it into to charge from, that's all we need. And that's where this new design from JackyLED comes in. Thank you very much for sending these out for me to try. I'm going to be trying one out. They sent 3, I'll tell you more about that in a little bit, but they very cleverly took the power strip that lays out on your floor, stood it up, and added USB charging ports. It's everything you need in one very space-saving design.
Epic Review Guys.
This stand-up power strip by JackyLED will allow you to plug in 10 different standard plug devices and 4 USB charging devices. All at the same time. It supports up to 3,000 watts of power draw, though your outlet may not provide quite that much. It also has surge protection from when there's an electrical storm or a power surge on your line. This unique power strip is currently just under $30 at Amazon, and you can find out more about it at the link down below this video. Let's take a look at exactly how big this is. One thing I liked when they told me about this is that they've designed it so the transformers you plug in can go with plenty of room between them. The regular power strips, if it says you can plug 6 things in, I find I can plug about 3 things in usually. That's pretty good size, not too heavy. And there are buttons here for each level and your 4 USB charging ports. Here's a close-up look from the easy-to-carry handle at the top. There are 10 regular plug-in ports and 4 for USB. And the 3 buttons control the levels. So if I have things plugged into the top that I don't want to have drawing electricity when they're not on, if I turn it off, I won't have any draw from this level. It does swivel. I'm thinking that's the reset button there at the bottom. And plugged in is the actual cable that you use to plug this into the wall, which pulls out as you twist and swivel, I guess, and is about 6 feet long. The plug and the cord are pretty beefy for carrying all that current to run all the devices that you have plugged in. And I know just where I need this, next to my bed, because I've got my nightlight, I've got some other devices I sometimes use to check on how well I'm sleeping. I have to charge my phone, the Kindle, I've got the fan plugged in there. I'm basically constantly having to swap out the plug, so this will be great to have instead of doing that. As I mentioned when they built this house, not so generous with the power outlets. This is the only one on this wall by my bed, and I use it to charge the phone and run the fan, and about 6 or 7 other different things, including charging up the battery power packs that my kids have drained, charging up my Pebble watch, charging and running my laptop, charging up the battery for our Canon camera, and charging up my Kindle. I also have a bedside light I would dearly like to be able to use. I've got the JackyLED plugged in. I realized none of the lights came on, so I think you activate each level in the tower by pushing the button. I had it reversed earlier. So let's start out with the first 2 plugs, the fan and my phone charger. The reason I'm not going to plug into the USB port and I'm still going to use the transformer is because this supports dash charge, which charges up my phone very quickly. I know it may look a little rat nesty, but everything is working. Everything is running or charging, including the fan. And I finally get to have a nightlight by my bed. And for all that, there's still room for more. Now if you're thinking, oh, you're going to blow a fuse or trip a circuit breaker with all those things going at once, here's my kilowatt meter, which says currently all of these devices are only drawing 98 watts, and I think the fan is probably the biggest chunk of that. Yep, the rest of them, the LED light's efficient, and the rest are just slowly charging batteries. Now if you're going to plug a microwave and a hairdryer both into this device and use them both at the same time, you might reach the capacity both probably of what your wall outlet will allow first, and then you'll also reach the limit of what this can handle. But for small devices, which is most of what people have now, a whole bunch of little things and not enough places to plug them in and charge them, this is a really nice solution. So whatever will I do with these 2 extra? Well, the company, which I assume they're called JackyLED, but I realize it could be read JackyLED, they asked me to give away 2 to viewers on this channel. So if you'd like to comment down below this video, this is Thursday, August 10th, 2017. I will choose 2 of the people who've commented down below to send 1 out to each on Monday, August 14th, 2017. So comment down below this video something that you'd like to be able to plug in or leave plugged in, but you just don't have enough outlets. Christmas is coming in a few months. Could be really useful for that too. Thanks again to JackyLED, I kind of like the sound of that, for generously sending out 3 of these, 1 for me to try and keep and 2 for our viewers. You can find out more about them at the link down below this video. I'll be back soon with more reviews. You can keep checking back for those, or you can click that subscribe button and the bell next to it. You'll get notified when my videos go up. See you on the next review.
Epic